Hi guys, this is SDJRSNF88 speaking with a midweek update on Compton Martin. Now, as I mentioned at the weekend, I didn't get around to do very much last week, so I said I'll do a midweek update, and instead of uploading it on the Sunday, I've decided to upload an update on the actual Compton Martin exhibition if you're interested in going, and for all those exhibiting. So I put that up online on the Sunday, and I promised a midweek update, so this is it. Anyway, where to start? First of all, we're in a new room. We're in a part of my Nan's house, Nan and Gramp's house, because as you know, it's only 2.5 weeks now to the Compton Martin Model Railway exhibition, and a few bits and pieces, quite a lot had to be changed, for back scenes, and a new leg had to be installed, which I'm going to show you in this update. So I had to get it down out of the loft, and obviously I'm going to the crucial testing of the layout as well, which I have still yet to do. But I picked up a brand new controller from Signals today, so and I've tested it and it does work. So all that's going to be sorted out soon. Anyway, first part of the update. Let's have a look. Apart from the new room, yep, we got a new leg on the front of Compton Martin, which bolts on here. Now, obviously, it's going to be covered with a fabric drape, like skirt around the bottom of it. But yeah, the problem was with Compton Martin, as you can see underneath, it's got a triangle beam at the back, but to hold the legs, to stop the legs from collapsing in. But at the front, there's no real support, so it tended to sag, and wagons in the goods yard would tend to roll down, as you saw in one of my videos, my early running videos. So this leg was installed, and to stop, it's now solid. It doesn't go anywhere. It's now perfectly level, and also that means if anybody leans on it by accident or whatever at an exhibition, it won't collapse and cave in, which is brilliant. It looks a bit crude, but no, it's... Well, I don't care if it looks crude. As long as it does the job, that's perfect. As well as doing that, I have also painted the layout as well. It's now satin black all the way along there. All the way along there, and also on the end of the board there. And also down on the far end around there. I haven't done the back bit, which is this bit up here. You can see it. No, I hadn't done that yet. Well, I hadn't done that because obviously no one's going to see that except for the operator. And obviously it took quite a lot of time to get the paint on anyway. One problem I did have was with the static grass. It came out all right along here, as you can see. I had to trim a bit of static grass, which did get in the way. And whoops, you can see there's a bit here which is revealed. Sorry, there. But I'm going to put a bush over that sort of thing. But where some static grass came off. But looking down on top of it, it looks all right. But here, some of the static grass fell off and it got caught in the paint, and you can see it's a bit rough. So tell me what you think of that, because I am a bit of a nitpicker when it comes to this sort of stuff, in my opinion. Because obviously, on my layout sort of thing, it's a bit... I get a bit concerned by these little things. So do tell me what you think of this, like little static grass and black paint spill. Anyway, then we move on to the flowers. I got some more flowers, and as you can see here, here, and here. And also over there, zoom in, there, on the hill there, 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 and there. They've all been I basically got another bag of the stuff at the weekend on the Saturday, put it all down on top. I layered it up here because it was a bit thin, but as you can see, it really does look quite realistic now. Because it looked a bit flat and bland, but now with the extra flowers on top, it looks much more wild and realistic sort of thing. So yeah, I've now sprayed them down with some Woodland Scenic cement, the spraying stuff. Sprayed that down. They are properly thoroughly attached, so they're not going anywhere. They're a bit loose around the edges, but no, they're not going anywhere. Because if I was to use thick PVA, that would ruin the whole lot of static grass and everything. But no, it's come out brilliantly. I've also built this little coal stage. You probably saw it in my exhibition update. That's to go there, and a little hut will go there, which came with the kit. I think it was a wheels kit or a ratio kit. I think it was wheels, I think, yeah. So I'm painting that up because it was a plasticky grey. Like I have with this was black, and I painted it with a sleeper, Woodland Scenic sleeper painter pen, which I did that with. Also, I picked this up at Signals today. This is, what they call it, I got the box behind me. Harburn Hamlet coal pile with sacks, and that's going to go in that little section there. I am going to use Woodland Scenics coal here, because that amazingly does look quite good. It's actually rubber. I thought it was plastic at first, but when I found it when I put it all together, it's actually rubber, see? But yeah, I'm going to keep that as it is. It's quite shiny. But I'm going to keep it as like different grades of coal, if you know what I mean. Because at coal merchants, like this, whatever it is, they would have different grades of coal. Like here you got the really, really good chunky coal sort of thing, which has got a bit of a shine to it sort of thing. Because you do get shiny coal sometimes sort of thing. It's quite chunky and real good stuff sort of thing. And then you got more of the fine cindery stuff, which is what I'm going to put, like the charcoal and stuff. That's all going to be quite messy, and that's going to go down there. And I'm going to, hopefully if I get time, put like maybe smoke weathering powder and a wash around here sort of thing, around here, and also around the yard here to create where all cinders and coal and all that have been to. I have also painted all the track, including in the tunnel, with the Woodland Scenics track weathering pens. As you know, on the last update I only did that half. In this update I have done all of this. I've done all the points and everything. I still got to clean them off, and I still got to test them. But yeah, I managed to get around to doing that. Now onto the big part of the update. Well, there's two big major things. One bit coming a bit later. But as you know, back scenes, and the back scenes have finally been installed. As you can see here, we've got a blue sky one here. This is a Pico one. You can see it goes right to the back there. And the reason why it's down, well, obviously the layout's down in this room, was one, to attach the leg, and two, to attach these back scenes, because they're quite fiddly, and boy were they fiddly. Literally, I get so frustrated when doing this, and I'm never patient, and it always seems to, well, let's just say I did try to put one bit on myself, and it fell apart in my hands. So my nan and grab are brilliant. They 100%, they helped me, and they didn't help me, they basically helped me do this sort of thing. Well, I say they didn't help me. They were doing it sort of things. They knew I was making such a mess of it, and I'd done so much hard work on the layout, and they decided to chip in and obviously help me paste it all on and stuff. And so we got the results of this. Now this here is a photo I have taken of. Oh, you stand on this chair here. It's still wet, as you can see. There are some wet patches, but this is a photo I took of Compton Martin. Basically, I took a photo and I guessed roughly where each bit would join on. These images here are all the same. They've all just been repeated over and over and over again. And they basically do join up. There is a bit of a seam line between them, but you got to remember the hill on Compton Martin is about up to there, and also there are likely to be those big trees are in the way. So it's the best that we could do, basically. And it's very, very hard to get them on. Obviously, you don't attach it with PVA because it bobbles up and everything. So we've used wallpaper paste. As you can see, there are some smears. That will dry out, but in some cases, the ink has ran. But that won't matter. That's all going to dry, and obviously, it's going to be hidden by bits of scenery. But for any of you who have done back scenes by using photographs and stuff, it is so hard. I just cannot tell you how hard it is just to get all these on there. But this is the main back bit. This is for the left board. That's that one with a good yard at the end. We've also got this end bit here. Luckily this bit's going to be hidden behind the hill. But we got the end bit, and we've even managed to get the base of the church in of Compton Martin. So it gives a real good location to where the layer is actually based to. But as you can see, it's zoom in there. Yeah, you can see the ink has sadly ran. It's so hard to do it. So I'm going to keep it as it is for the time being, but it can always be redone. But I'm afraid for the exhibition, it's going to be like this, because it is just so hard to do it. And obviously, ink, water. Well, it's not water, but ink and any form of liquid on a piece of A4 paper do not mix. But it hasn't come out half bad, and I'm sure it will look a lot better when it's actually attached to the layout. The other end board bit, which goes on the other board, is this. Now, as you know, this bit goes on behind the bridge. The bridge is up here, and you can see the lovely houses, which is where the bridge leads to, which is the combe in Compton Martin. So you've got the actual combe from Compton Martin here, and then it leads onto a blending bit of the trees, which then leads on to obviously the trees up here, and that joins on. That's the split in the board, and that does join on. But this image is just repeated over and over again, and it gives the overall feel of the trees continuing along. Obviously the trees do line up really, really well, but the grass doesn't. But the grass is actually hidden behind the embankment of Compton Martin and obviously the station anyway, so it makes no difference. So anyway, tell me what you think of that, and we do apologise for the perfectionists about the, I know I'm one, but yeah, about the occasional smear, but you know, it's unavoidable. And but yeah, that's on to other news as well as vaccines. I'll show those on, sort of thing. Oh, and also this bit here, it's also going to have static grass along there, so it's going to be basically the same as on this side, but on that side, because it's quite a narrow road up there, and obviously I left room for static grass so I could cover up that bit anyway. But in other news, I have also purchased, well, it was going to be a secret, but I purchased another little loco, sort of similar to Flash. I did mention it in the Flash review of the was it a GF 030, that's what Flash is, which is a French loco. I did mention that there was another little loco for Compton Martin to come, and it did arrive. But as you will see, well, as you will hear from the this next sort of clip, it didn't go too well. So anyway, I'll go get the model and pop her on the track, and I'll see you then. And here it is. It is the new Electrotren Santorus saddle tank locomotive. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm featuring it in the Compton Martin update. Now, this engine was going to be a total surprise. I was going to upload it, a review of the locomotive, well, after a few modifications, which I'm not sure, I could get your opinion now because of this sort of thing, but I was going to do a few modifications to it. I was going to paint the running plate black, because it's Spanish. See the running plate along the side? That's good. I'm not sure whether to paint that black, and obviously I'm going to rename it from Santorus, which is the name of a Spanish town, I believe, to something like Chu Valley, which is obviously where this layout is set to. So, yeah, for the Chu Valley Dairy, where she's supposed to be working to. But you're probably, as I met back to the point, you're probably wondering why I'm featuring it in this update. It is because I picked her up today, along with a load of other materials from Signals, and I decided after the, you know, I've had quite an unfortunate time with recent locomotives, as you know. The first of all, there was the 9F. Now, for you, those of you who don't know, that was the secret engine I was going to review a couple of months ago. That was a Batman 9F. That first time round it didn't run. Then the second time round, after it came back after being repaired, it wasn't put together correctly and the valve gear was hanging off. But now I picked up the full replacement today along with this engine. I hadn't tested it yet, so fingers crossed that one will work after the third time. But that's a total replacement, that one is. Then there was Flash, as you know. That one, she runs really, really well, but she has trouble with points. And I took her apart a few times to fix her. And she seems to be running all right, but she still has trouble with points in certain areas. Then there was, as you know, the 4F, which had a pickup out of alignment and is a very, very loud runner. I recently watched Hornby BF3 fans running video of his on his exhibition layout. Do check it out. He took his layout to his first ever exhibition, and it looks amazing. And he had the 4F running on there, and it was running like stealth, and mine just runs like a bucket of bolts. But anyway, so I thought, I picked up Santorus today, and I thought, well, let's hope this one doesn't go wrong. Well, famous last words. I put her on the track, ran as smooth as ever, sort of thing, forwards and back. She was a bit juddery backwards, but I thought, well, you know, she needs running in. So anyway, I had her on the main layout, going around in the loops, 15 minutes in each direction, 15 minutes forwards, no fault whatsoever. Then I put her in reverse and, you know, started doing a few laps, but she's still juddering. And then she gradually got slower and slower and slower, until suddenly she stopped, died in the tunnel. So I got her out of the tunnel. I had to get my hand in and pull her out, and I put her on a section of the track, back on the track in a different place, and went to go start her up again. She wouldn't move. Then suddenly there was a big bang, and let's just say loads of smoke just started pouring out from every little orifice on the engine, out from underneath the wheels, around the bottom of the cylinders, around the cab, and literally there was a hell of a really bad burning oil and smell. So I quickly turned it off, and by the smell of it, still smells atrocious. The motor has burnt out for whatever reason. I'm not sure what the heck happened, but as you can guess, I'm a bit worried now. There's I'm not sure, but all the recent engines I've bought, I seem to be cursed because all the new engines I've bought have always seemed to broken, or have not been put together properly. So I hope this is not the norm, because sort of thing. And I phoned up Signals instantly about it, and obviously I bet he was expecting Mike in there. He's a brilliant chap. I bet he was expecting the this sort of call saying, "Oh, it's not working" or something or other. Yeah, I was so surprised it actually blew up, sort of thing. It made a hell of a bang. And basically, I told him the situation, what had just happened, and he's phoned up the dealership where he got it from, and they've sent it out a full replacement. So hopefully it will be in time for the Compton Martin exhibition. So yeah, it's a bit of a shock really, and yeah, a bit sad really as well at the same time. But I'm sure I'm gonna have the replacement in time, and it's it's not Signal's fault. Signals have done a brilliant job, and they've really pushed the boat out, and he's managed to get me a replacement. Literally, I just phoned him up and said, look, it's broken, and he phoned back about 10 minutes later. I said, I've got you a replacement. It'll be here within 2 or 3 days. So thumbs up for that. Let's hope that one works. But anyway, as for the modification I just mentioned, I was obviously going to change the name, but I was going to paint the running plate black. But looking at her now, well, this one that isn't working, but looking at her on the track with the red running plate, she doesn't look half bad. So I might just keep her like that rather than repainting her. If I were to repaint her, this is an old Mallard body shell. You probably seen it. Well, I did a little weathering bit a couple of updates ago. I said I was going to weather it up and test weathering on it, but I never got around to that, so I decided to test black paint on it instead. And this is Humbrol 50, I'm not sure what it is, but it's Humbrol satin black basically, and that's the colour which satin black what the engines are. So what do you think? Should I repaint it? I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, nah, I'm not going to repaint it. I'm just going to rename and renumber her, sort of thing. So I'm going to put True Valley there and put SDJR on the on the number plate there, as if it's a builder's plate, because although she's a Spanish loco, it looks like the sort of engine. She looks like the sort of engine that was built by the Somerset Dorset in the late 19th century. So yeah, while they were still in Persian blue, sort of thing. But anyway, so tell me what you think of the repainting thing, and tell me what you think of this curse that I seem to have with every single new engine I've get seem to be breaking in mysterious ways. Trust me, it's not me. I just put them on the track and they just, I don't know, they either don't run or they. In this case, this is the first ever time that an engine's blown up on me, but there we go. So anyway, this is, well, hope you enjoyed this update. As you know, a bit of a mess, quite a bit to get through, and there's still a bit more I haven't said about, like other items I got for Compton Martin, not rolling stock, it's like little bits of scenery bits, and also a few other bits that I've done which are not on the layout at the moment, because as you can see, it's a bit of a mess, bits and pieces everywhere being in the new room. But anyway, for the time being, but anyway, it's been SDJR of SNF88 speaking, and thanks for watching.